What's going on, guys? Back again with another one, talking about health, wealth, happiness, success, getting money, getting rich, being successful, being great, living your best life, all that great stuff, right? And if you're coming on in here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. At least hit the like button, right? Give your boy a like for stopping by. But today I want to talk about energy and how that relates to success and how you can understand how to use your energy to become successful in life. So first of all, you need to understand energy, right? You need to understand that this entire world is just an energetic, frequency-based world. Everything we see in this world has a certain frequency. And we know this, right? Like when it comes to like radio stations, if you tune into 105.9, you'll get a signal and you'll be able to listen to whatever they're playing on 105.9. If we tune into 87.5, you'll get what they're talking about on that radio station, right? On that frequency. But if you always stay on 105.9, you'll never hear what they're talking about on 87.5. And this is how the world is, and this is how we view it. We can only see the world through a certain frequency, but they're all there, right? All the stations are there, but we can only see a certain station. And also, again, we see this in everyday life. If you've ever walked into a room and somebody says, "Oh man, it feels like I can cut the tension in here with a knife," right? We can feel the energy. We know when two people have just been arguing. You come home and, your wife isn't talking to you or something, or you can just feel something's off, right? That feeling, that's an energy. Even when it comes to relationships and dating, right? You'll go out on a date with a girl or a guy and you'll be like, "Oh, their vibe was off. His vibe was off. Her vibe was off." What is that vibe? The vibe is a vibration, an energy, a frequency. I wasn't feeling that person's frequency. Again, it's all right there in our faces, but most people still don't understand, that this is what this world is. It's an energy frequency. You as a human being, we have a magnetic, energetic field around us, and you can create yours to be better. And so that's what I want to talk about today when it comes to creating success. How do we change our frequency without seeing it, right? Well, first of all, you have to understand that it is a real thing. We all know this, right? But nobody ever dives deeper. So it is a real thing. You have an energetic frequency around you. How do you change yours for success? You need to think better. When you think better, right? Your head, your brain it's a transmitter and receiver, right? You can receive things from the world and you can also transmit things. You can transmit an energetic frequency to the world. Just by the way you're moving throughout the world. You can, again, when it comes to, somebody can walk into a room and you can tell that person is confident, that they're exuding that energy. So again, you can walk through the world and move through the world by changing your frequency. So again, how do we do this? So we have to think better. Our thoughts have to be better. Our thoughts are sending signals out into the universe. If we move through the world with love, with optimism, thinking abundantly, thinking wealthy, and it doesn't have to just be a money thing, right? When it comes to wealth, just wealth in general, wealth with your health, wealth with relationships, wealth financially. If you think wealthy, if you think rich, if you think abundant, if you think optimistic, all of these things will raise your frequency. They will change your own personal radio station. If you're going on a date and you're very open and you have calm energy, that date is more likely to work out. If you're at your job and you have a very optimistic attitude, more people will want to work with you. Even if you don't even know the job, right? You could be new at the job and, people will be like, "Oh, we have this project due." And I know they really don't know what they're doing, but because they're so optimistic, because they're so happy, because they're so positive, I'd rather have that person on my team than the person who's always depressed and always wants to look at the negative side of things on my team. This is how it works, right? So you can change the dial and change your frequency to go to a better, to sending out a better frequency to the world. And so again, this will bring in success. It will bring in relationships. It will bring in, intimate relationships. It will bring in partnerships when it comes to business. More people will want to work with you. More people will want to be around you. More people will want to listen to you. More people will want to bring you into things, right? Oh, we got this new thing going on. Let's bring in Mike or let's bring in Sarah. They're always that bubbly personality. I want them on the team. I want to be around them. I know they can raise the frequency of the group and make us better. Because you are always exuding that optimism, because you are always exuding this high level energy, it will help you out in the long run. So many people don't understand why their life sucks all the time. It's because you're giving off sucky energy. Your frequency that you are sending out to the world is nothing is ever good enough. This world sucks. My life is crap. Nothing ever goes right for me. And so you're sending out that signal. And so that's all you're getting back. And so your relationships will be crap. Your work will be crap. Nobody will want to work with you. And you'll be like, see, I knew it was going to happen. And you are just reinforcing this loop. Your frequency is dialed to a station of lack, of poverty, of depression, of anxiety, of it's not going to work out. So again, when it comes to the success and, I talk a lot about getting money on this channel. It's the same thing. Right? If you want to make a lot of money, I'll always go back to the same thing. Like I always talk about, the way you make a lot of money is you need to help more people, right? The more people you serve, the more people you help, the more people will want to give you stuff, right? If you're, if you're helping people out, if you're being a creative and you're solving more problems, or you're helping more people out, more people want to give you that energy. And money is just energy, right? So you give out good, positive energy, you get money back, a lot of money. The more people you can help, the more money you'll get. And so this is what it's all about, man. You need to raise your energetic frequency. Or, again, you can go back to just dialing your frequency and going from one station to another. The station of positivity, the station of optimism. If you can do that, that is where the money comes in. That's where the optimism comes in. That's where your abundant life will come in. That is where it's all at. And then you will tune into your successful life. You will tune into your better life. You will have better relationships. You'll make more money. You will, it's crazy when you go into, let's see how I can. When you go into another level of this world, understanding that it is just energy, and how do I want to put this? You will spawn in the people that are supposed to be in your life. So if you, just like a video game, if you're putting out certain frequencies, certain energies into the world, the people that are supposed to come into your life will find you. That's how it works. You will spawn in these people. So if you're constantly like, I have an idea, I have a project or something I want to put out to the world, but I don't know if anybody's going to look at it. I don't know if anybody is going to want to buy this from me. If you're putting out good stuff, good energy, positivity, optimism, abundance, and you're putting that all into your work, all into what you're trying to put out into the world, the people will find you. The people who are on your radio station will tune into you. And so it's like you will just spawn in customers. You will spawn in people. You will spawn in better relationships. You will spawn in partnerships. You will spawn in better intimate relationships. These people will literally spawn into your life. And it's like, where did these people come from? Again, you've changed the frequency of your radio station on the energy that you're putting out, of the frequency that you are putting out into the world. And these people were always there. You just weren't turned into that frequency. You weren't tuned into that frequency. But if you tune the dial in your frequency, again, by living in optimism, living in abundance, living in love, living in I can do attitude, living in it will work out attitude. If you always live there, if you tune yourself into that dial, you will start spawning in the people that are supposed to be into your life, the money that's supposed to be into your life, the relationships, the business partnerships, the friendships, the place you're supposed to be. All of that will just spawn into your life, just like a video game. When you go into another section and of the video game, or back in the day, and the new section would load in. Or if you played like an old Grand Theft Auto game, if you went really fast in a car, you would see like the trees popping up and the buildings popping up, but they weren't there before. That will happen in your life. That's how it works. And so people don't understand that you can change the frequency of your radio station. You can go from a poverty, lack life to an abundant, optimistic, wealthy life. All by changing your energy, all by understanding that this world is energetic, and this world is just a frequency. It's just one big frequency. Everything in the universe is a frequency. I mean, you can pull up videos online and of the different planets and different solar systems, and it'll be like, oh, this is the sound that this galaxy makes. This is the sound that this cluster of stars makes. And it's like, how do they give off a sound? How do you even get a sound from that? It's because the galaxies are vibrating, the universe is vibrating on a certain frequency, and so that frequency you can turn into sound, and it is all like that, down to us, down to human beings, down to relationships, down to partnerships, down to the way you live your life, down to the sun, the moon, grass, trees. Everything is just a frequency. And so if you can tune the frequency of your life, it will change everything. It will change everything. But you first must understand that everything is energy. And when you when you can tune your energy, when you realize this, you can hit that abundant frequency, you can hit that wealthy frequency, you can hit that rich frequency, and you can ride that sucker like no other. And I'm telling you, when you understand this, when you know this, oh my God, it's like I didn't even know this radio station was here. Like, what the heck? Like, I've been on 87.5 this whole time. I didn't even know 105.9 was right here, and I could just tune it anytime I wanted to. Yeah, that's how it works. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one there. If you're still in here, man, I love all of you guys. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe again if y'all haven't done that, and we're gonna keep these things rolling, man. Peace.